I decided to come on just for a short time because I said I would, and I wanted to. So I hope everybody's nice and warm. I've got my heater on here. In fact, excuse me a second. Back, I'm here. Trying to turn the heating up downstairs. Hi, Rebecca. I'm here. I just remembered I needed to turn the heating up because it went a bit chilly. I'm sorry. Hi, Sophia. Is that how I pronounce it? It's my granddaughter's middle name, Sophia. What do I think about Murad? That's Salah's friend, isn't it? Hi, Blake Hood. How are you? I don't know. I don't know anything about him really, and I've only watched her video where she did that museum bit about Kuwait, and she was so stilted. She was reading from a script. Obviously, there was no emotion in it at all. Stormy Jade, hi. Oh no, having a blizzard. Ooh, where are you, Jade? Yeah, cuddling with your fur babies. There's nothing better, is there really? I'm definitely getting a couple of cats. Definitely. Regarding Murad, I don't think he was happy, was he, Salah, about her mentioning his name. New York, oh gosh. My granddaughter's going to be visiting New York, I think next year sometime. So she's got quite a few friends there. You know, she's known over the internet for a year or two. Murad, no, I don't think he was happy about her mentioning his name, but I was more concerned about her using those little kids as props. She's always said she doesn't like kids, you know, and all of a sudden here she is, this maternal Chantal. It's nonsense. If I was their mother, I wouldn't have been happy with them being pulled onto camera and been made to say words like Beezer and just used, basically. No, she doesn't. She doesn't, Sophia. Doesn't think things through. And the niqab that she was wearing, she was saying nobody else is ever going to see her beautiful face. That lasted a day. Yeah, martyrdom. Strange, isn't it? No, I didn't, Rebecca. Salah's statement on Saddam Hussein. I'm sure he didn't make a lot of sense. I'm sure he just denigrated the man without thinking things through. Yeah, there was a lot of things bad, but he held Iraq together. And now that it's split, there's civil war there. I don't think Salah's the sharpest tool in the box, to be honest. He was cheering missiles being fired at Tel Aviv. A lot of children in Tel Aviv. A lot of children everywhere. Horrible. He's an idiot, isn't he? And Chantal doesn't know any better. She doesn't. Yeah, they both are. No, Rebecca, there was not a lot, but there was some, but it's all cleared up now. There was a lot of snow in Edinburgh and London, but we haven't had it, not much. I wonder, is it beautiful there? Where are you? Sophia, where are you? Actually, it's warmer here today than it's been for a long time. Lebanon. Wow. Moon gardens. What are moon gardens? I don't know what they are. They sound nice. They sound lovely. Oh, gosh. Yeah, that would be lovely. That would be nice. Have you got one? That would be really nice. I've got some pictures of castles here, but nobody's come in who was talking about them the other day. And I found one I really like. Oh, glowing in the moon at night. That would be beautiful. I do have a garden, Rebecca, but it's not big like we had before. Hi, Susan. Nice to see you. And it's mainly not paved over, but gravel for the dogs. Hi, Porcelain Wonder. I've got plants in tubs like hydrangeas and other plants that I don't know. I don't know the names of. Hi, Gabrielle. How are you? Susan, I found some castles. We were talking about castles the other day and a meet-up buying. I found a fabulous one in Ireland. Did I say hello, Gabrielle? I think I did. Oh, you're very welcome, Porcelain Wonder. Very welcome. I need to come and look to see, people who come on need to come and see whether you've got channels, and I'll subscribe. Of course I will. Yeah, Stormy Jade, that would be lovely. You can go into Windsor Castle and parts of Buckingham Palace you can go into. There's a few lovely castles around. My beautiful skin, I don't know. I forget to put anything on it. I do wash it every night with soap, Dove soap usually, and water. Yeah, skin glows. I haven't got any makeup on today apart from a bit of blusher and some lip. That's it. My sister my older sister. She's 86 now, and she's poorly. And I was talking the other day about her, and she's absolutely a beautiful woman. You wouldn't even think, you'd think she was 10 years younger, and her skin is flawless, beautiful. Porcelain Wonder, porcelain was the first foundation I ever had when I went to a Clinique counter, and it was porcelain that they recommended for my skin. Yes, I do like Joni Mitchell. Yeah, I do. And I like Enya, and I like Sinead O'Connor. There's a lot of female singers I like. I like Mama Cass. Hi, Lana. Oh, no. -30. Got down to was it -5? Yes, it was so cold here. But nothing like you're having. We're just not used to it, are we, here? And stupidly, because we're not used to it, we don't wrap up warm enough. Yeah, it is a nice name, Porcelain Wonder. Lana, were you here when we were talking about castles? I found one I want, but I can't afford it. If my kids went in with me, I could. Oh, snow, that much snow. Do you like the snow, Lana? Or is it just a big turn off for you? I like it. I like the look of it. And I used to like going out in it, and I used to, make snowmen and that with the kids, but not anymore. It looks nice. What about these people who live off the grid? Hey, Leo. Gran. Hey, Gran. Good to see you as well. Hope you're behaving. Yeah, Christmas is nice with the snow. It's very scenic, isn't it? But it's bad for traffic now, if you've got to drive any distance. So everybody's going to be here for Christmas. I've packed all the sacks. And I've still got some Christmas cards to send out. And I don't know where I put the box. Oh, here it is. Here it is. So I've still got some to send out, only about 5, I think. I've sent more. So they're just the charity ones. Oh, that was good. I looked under there. Good, I'm glad, Leo. Glad to hear it. Can't have you misbehaving. I'll just shovel it. Were you? 2 hours. I actually like shoveling and sweeping. What's for tea? I've got some sausage rolls without the sausage, like vegan sausage rolls, and a cheese and onion bap. That's it. And for lunch, I had like a thick lentil soup, homemade lentil soup. I love making lentil soup because it's so easy to do. And I do it in the slow cooker. Do it when my kids come as well. Yeah, it is yummy. Arty lad. Yum. So I guess Chantal's going to stay there for Christmas, isn't she? And she'll be back in January. It'll be interesting to see whether she reverts to not wearing an abaya and a hijab, I sort of think she will myself. That she won't be wearing it. Yeah, if she doesn't get herself arrested. I mean, look at those kids on camera. I'm sure their parents, if they knew what's the word I'm looking for? What Chantal was like in real life, you know, how we know her, and all the pictures we've seen, her OnlyFans pictures and everything. I'm sure the parents wouldn't be too happy about those kids being associated with her. And Salah's looking not too enamored just lately either. Do you want to see my castle? I think I've got it here. There's the drawing room. Strangely enough, they're not showing the outside of it. I don't know why. But it's set on 31 acres. There's the dining room. It's only got 5 pictures as well. This is the basement. If you can see it. Oh, it's gone off. Where's it gone? Dining room. Basement. No, that's the dining room. That's the basement. It's got half a dozen bedrooms, and 5 bathrooms. There's the orangery. And here are the stables and outbuildings at the bottom. Those are all the pictures they've got of it, but it's in Ireland. It's in near Clonmel. Oh, it has got a picture of the outside. Silly me, here it is. Can you see it without the glare? Marlfield House, it's 1.35 million euros. It is lovely, isn't it? Wouldn't it be wonderful, Susan? You know, if my kids would go in with me, we could buy that. But I don't think they would. All 3 of them. When was it built? I think it's 18th century by William Tinsley, one of the finest architects. And the central block was rebuilt in 1925 following a fire. It'd be lovely. Joanne, hello. I'm very warm. It's not too bad today. It was bad yesterday. It was, oh my gosh. And it's not just me. Everybody is saying that, you know, it's the coldest winter that they've known here. Yeah, Leo. Yeah, probably. Hi, shrink wrap. Yeah, the upkeep would be expensive, I guess, unless you could buy it outright and maybe use it as a hotel. There's a hotel called Dundrum House Hotel, and it's just outside Tipperary. And it was in my family for a long time, the wealthy part of my family, and it was taken off the family by the English, you know, Oliver Cromwell and them. And 2 of my mother's cousins, Crow cousins. They got it back, and it was back in the family for a number of years, and I don't know what happened, but they lost it again, and it's been sold, and it's, oh my gosh, it's so beautiful. Actually, I'd love to go there. It is a hotel. We could go there, a load of us, and stay, and I could show you. And it had, I doubt it's still got it up, a big portrait of a man, and I didn't know who he was. But when I looked at this portrait, I thought he looked familiar. I don't know why. I'll do a video on him, and I thought he looked really familiar. And I said to my cousin who I was with, "Who's that?" And she said, "It's your great uncle." And his name was Sean Tracy, and he was shot dead by the English in 1921. He was only 26. Who's saying shut up? To who? Shut up. Yeah, I'll hide you, I think. Do I know Salisbury? I've been briefly to Salisbury. I wouldn't say that I know it though, Leo, not really, no. Booty killer. You know what? Get lost. Coming on and calling me a racist. Do you know, I'm sick of it. That video that I put up of Golly, just crazy. It was an advert for Robinson's Jam, sorry. And I just put it up because somebody said, "Do you remember the Golly?" And I remember seeing the video, and that's all it was. All it was. Collected the labels to send off for some of the Golly badges. And it wasn't written as a racist book. It was only later on that people came to say it was racist. People who keep on about the racism card, they're shooting themselves in the foot. Oh, you're in Wiltshire, are you? Oh, right. Your crest, is it there, your crest? Oh, what? Yeah, Leo. Because some of the mods aren't here at the minute. Thank you. I could do Susan as well, because she's always here. Yes, I am out and about. I've got all my sacks done. Look. Oh, gosh. Look. All my sacks and my kids and my grandkids there. There's 9 of them. And it took me a couple of days to do them. I had to do them. And then go through them again to make sure that I got the right things in different ones. Hi, Deb. Yes, I do. I have a good recipe for roast potatoes, but I'll tell you what you can't beat. I don't know whether you can get them. Aunt Bessie's roast potatoes, the frozen ones, they're pretty good as well. I've got some great recipes actually. I could write them down and put them in a short video and just. Oh, that's right, porcelain wonder, but racist didn't even enter my head. When I was little, I had a Golly doll. Don't know who bought it for me, and I had another doll, a white doll, with like not dreadlocks, but she had like a mop. Her hair was like a mop head. So there was Golly and there was Maisie, and I loved them both. Oh, did you? Pork fat. Don't tell Chantal. Susan, do you want to be a moderator, darling? Because you're usually here. Do you mind if I make you a mod? Yes or no? I don't mind, but I would like to. Thanks, Susan. It's ironic, isn't it? The people calling me racist are actually posting the video. If they were so upset, don't post it. I typed in, I think it was that day. It did upset me, actually, I've got to admit. And I red pill, hi. You killed your back. Yeah, we're going to have a good holiday. We are. Reality cheek. Leo, do you want a mod as well? Where's he gone? Where's Fatima? Yeah, Leo is a mod. Where's Fatima? She's always good for a laugh, isn't she? She's so funny. Leo, are you Fatima? No, you're not. Thanks, Leo. Thank you. Yeah, cooking time. By the way, those 4 little boys who drowned in the lake that I posted about, they're not monetized, those videos, so you know. But I've posted on the last video I did of them, I did 2, and on the latest one I posted a link to GoFundMe if anybody's interested. Porcelain Wonder, that was our dog. So we had Amber, and then we had a Heinz 57 dog, you know, part Labrador and part something else. And she was beautiful, beautiful dog. And I wept buckets when they both passed away, you know, at 12 and 14. I mean, that's 6, 7 years ago now. So I'm sort of ready to have more animals, but I think this time it's going to be cats. Yeah, Joanne, it is. My daughter's she had 3 cats. One was 19 when she passed. The one she's got now is 17, and then she's got a little terror of about 2. Oh, a boxer and 4 cats. I bet they keep you busy. So I'm going to get 2 cats. I'm going to get them from the animal shelter. I would like ragdoll cats, but, you know, I'm not into walking jewellery, so if there's none of them there, I won't get them. £100! The boxer. Wow. That's big. That's 7 stone, 2. Oh, yes, Leo, I think I remember you saying you had a ragdoll and a rescue. Are they high maintenance? I'd like one, but I'm not too fussed, really. Holland Lock Bunny. Marble. I love bunnies. You see, Sagittarius Shorty or Haughty, she's got a bunny and it hops all around her apartment. 2 Chihuahuas, Artie lad. They're lovely little dogs. You know what surprises me? There's a lot of Chihuahuas in rescues now. They're just, I don't know why, because they're sort of given up. I've got no idea. I've got no idea why anybody would give up a dog, to be honest. Yeah, if you brush them and love them, and that's all they want, isn't it? Norwegian forest cat. American bobtail. Sounds nice. I want one that's going to sleep in bed with me. Snuggle up. At the moment, I've got 2 sloths. Supposed to be weighted, but they're not really. What's the main Cooney? What's that? Is that a cat? Oh, that's lovely. £22. It's a bit more manageable, isn't it? I don't think I could lift £100. Be like lifting myself. Reality Cheek, what are those cats? Oh, look at them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Have you got 6? Lana, that rings a bell. It happened on Fifth Avenue. Is that with an actress called June somebody? And yeah, big boy. Well, Leah, I watched at 3, 4 o'clock this morning. I watched The Bells of St Mary's. I posted a short clip on a video, but it cut short because my storage ran out on my phone. But I do like that one. And I like Scrooge, the original Scrooge, with who was it? Can't remember. But George C. Scott also played Scrooge. And I like Great Expectations, the very old one with John Mills as Pip, and Jean Simmons, the actress, not the band, who played Estelle. That's a really good film. Like Prancer. Who's in that one? It happens on Fifth Avenue. James Stewart and June somebody. And me, Stormy Jade, Miss Havisham, yeah. It was sad, wasn't it? She got all dressed up beautifully for a wedding and she was jilted. Oh, that sounds interesting, Lana. I'll have to look at that one. Yeah, It's a Wonderful Life. That's a good one as well. That's where he's almost suicidal and despairing, isn't it? And but Bing Crosby in The Bells of St Mary's, Bing Crosby in anything I like. I think he's an excellent singer and he's a good actor. I like him very much. Oh, Albert Finney, yeah. Yeah. Leo, do you read the actual books, or do you use Kindle? Are you talking about something that was written by the Brontes? Little Women. Is that the one you mean, Stormy Jade? Little Women. Yeah, I like the books. My daughter has got a room, I'm not exaggerating, a room that's like a real library, all the way around books. And my sister once said to her, "Oh, is this an illness?" Because she's got so many books. The shop around the corner. I don't know that one, Lana. Yeah, Little Women is a nice story. The Bronte sisters lived a strange life, didn't they? In the vicarage with their dad and their brother. Miracle on 34th Street, yeah. That's another one. I should be writing these down. I'll come back and look at this later. To be honest, since my husband died 2 years ago now, over 2 years ago, August, I've hardly had the television on. I've hardly picked a book up, really. I'm only now starting, past few months, to take an interest in things. Yeah, who is that man who plays the wizard? I can't remember. Love Actually. Meet Me in St. Louis. Is that Judy Garland? It's very old if it is, isn't it? Thought it was, yeah. Well, oh, wasn't she fantastic? A fantastic singer. She had such a unhappy life, really. Margaret O'Brien. When she was in The Wizard of Oz, they put her on a diet to make her thinner. They thought she was too chubby at that age. I mean, however old she was. And from there, it was yo-yo dieting and, being insecure about her looks and everything. Oh, The Secret Garden. That was a good book as well. I loved that book. I don't think I've watched the film. What am I thinking of now? I remember when we took the kids, like I said this before, when we took the kids to see The Wizard of Oz, and it started, and I was really disappointed because starts in black and white, doesn't it? And so I thought, oh, poor kids, they want to see it in colour. But go away, messages. Your hobbies. Yeah. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. She was a lovely thing. And a daughter, Liza Minnelli in Cabaret. She was excellent, wasn't she? Fantastic singer. I think I've come on at the wrong time, because a lot of people are missing who want to see these castles. I've got a lot written down here. I've got The cheapest castle is called 6 Mile Bridge. It's a 15th century castle in Ireland. It needs refurbishment, but you'll never guess the price of it. Never in a million years. You won't guess. €95,000. That's all. But I guess it needs a lot doing to it. There's another one. I'm going on here while you're all talking. There's another one in Carcassonne in France. I've always wanted to visit. I've been to France, but Paris. I've always wanted to visit Carcassonne because that's where the Essenes or the Cathars were holed up when they were persecuted for their religion, and they all died atop a hill in Carcassonne. And I've always wanted to go there. So that castle is €799,000. Bit beyond me. And then there's another one. Oh, that's the one I said, Marfield House. There's a lovely one in Tipperary, but it's 950,000. County Limerick, Heathfield Castle. I haven't got the price of that one. I'm just dreaming. Hi, Natalie. Hello. I nearly missed you then. Manicalian, how are you? Chantal's Dingleberry. Or would you go, Stormy Jade? I'd love to go to Carcassonne. It's my ambition. Ireland's my next stop, though. In the spring, to go flying to Dublin and then going down to Thurles to see my cousin, flying to Dublin to see my brother and sister, and then flying to taking the train down to Thurles from Euston Station. But in between times, either when I first arrive or just before I go home, I'm meeting up with Nova. You know Nova, who comes on here. Oh, okay, Lana. It was lovely talking to you. Have a great night. Are you, Leo? Well, let me know if you find one that's fairly inexpensive. I might come in with you. I'd love one. They've got some fabulous ones. Preferably in County Tipperary, which is where my mum was born, my grandparents, my great-grandparents, my great-great-grandparents on my mum's side. That would be lovely, Leo. Lovely. Yeah. And if you go to Dublin, you can get the Dart, the train to Bray, the seaside. It's only like just a short hop, really, from Dublin to the sea. And then you can travel around, do the Ring of Kerry. Beautiful. Yeah, have a good night, Lana. Oh, Stormy Jade, you've got a lot of Celtic in you then as well. Lovely. Is there porcelain wonder? Wonder if Chantal is. She'll probably watch that video. It just ticks me off that she comes on and she reads from a script and there's no emotion there. there's no interest there. You can tell it's just totally wooden. No, you can't ignore history, because history gives you a touchstone, doesn't it? You know, where you've been and also where you are and maybe where you're going. My mother always wanted to my mother always wanted to go back to Ireland to be buried, you know, and she wasn't. She was buried here with her eldest son, but she originally wanted to go to Ireland to be buried. And I always used to say to her, why don't you go now while you're still living? Why don't you go now? Hi, Natalie. Don't you dare tell her to go to Ireland. Send her somewhere else. It's an incorruptible country. In Nova will know about this. In Ireland, in Skibbereen in Ireland, there's a cemetery there. Aberstory Cemetery in Skibbereen. That's where Michael Collins was born, the soldier in the fight for Irish freedom. Anyway, when the British starved the Irish, they were getting the Irish to fatten the sheep and cattle up, but they couldn't eat them. They were exported to the absentee landowners in England, as was the grain, and the Irish people were starving. And in Skibbereen, it was called the Great Famine. And in Skibbereen, there's some cemetery, Aberstory Cemetery. There's a great big patch of grass, of lawn. There are 2 million bodies that were just thrown in that pit, that died of starvation. They didn't get a coffin. They didn't get, a proper burial as we would see it. They were just thrown in the pit. And there was, I can't remember the name of the man now, but he said that Ireland was Belsen. It's what the English caused. They caused Belsen in Ireland. 2 million dead in the pit, 2 million emigrated. Chantal, no, not really. Desert Storm, it was like 32 years ago. Yeah, they did. They went to Ireland, they went to Scotland, Wales. Some came to England. I guess. I don't know why they would. Because the English were disgraceful, utterly disgraceful. I am one. I keep saying I'm one of 10 kids like that my mum had, but my dad had 3 children where he was married before. So that's 13 of us. And I'm number 12 of 13. And there's only 3 of us that were born in this country. Everybody else was born in Ireland. I don't know, naturally. I don't know. I'm wondering whether anybody's going to, Salah's, the women folk, and the men folk, whether they're going to turn on or whether they think, she's making a mockery of our religion, really. One day she's wearing the niqab, the next day she's not. Made me laugh when she had the hijab on and he told her to fix it and then fix it. He's quite controlling, isn't he? World War II nuclear. It didn't. Nothing taught us a lesson, did it? Yeah, Susan. They were. Some still are, in my opinion. You know, the ruling classes, they're just totally snobbish. Leo, she's not even a second-class citizen. I mean, as a Syrian, Salah is down there, you know, he's a worker. Well, is he a worker? Or did he lose his job and he's just biding his time till he goes back to Syria? Or Canada? I don't know. Yeah, I agree, Stormy Jade. I agree totally. No, I haven't. Remember when that book was banned? Hi, Greeny Bluish. Yes, I am. I'm fine, my love. No, I haven't seen Lady Chatterley's Lover. Is it good? Who's in it? Yeah, Leo, I would guess so. I would guess so. I remember when I was there and somebody told me jokingly, and it was a Saudi who said to me, oh, women are slightly lower in the hierarchy than camels here. I think he was joking, but, you know, it was said. Oh, does she? She was good as Diana, wasn't she? It was sad about Diana. I quite liked her. Say what, Stormy Jade? I could do it, couldn't I? The night before Christmas. Yeah, that might be an idea. The night before Christmas and all through the house. Nothing was stirring. Not even a mouse. Hi, Demelza. Lydia, hello. Yes. Well, I was born here, but I class myself as being Irish because, you know, parents, grandparents, brothers, sisters. Thank you, Greeny Bluish. Well, I don't think anybody's going to be able to put Chantal in a place because she doesn't, she thinks she's above everybody else. Dingleberry, yes, I think he's more controlling than she expected him to be, certainly. Yeah, definitely Irish. As I say, out of 13, 10 were born in Ireland. It's just me and my older brother and younger brother who were born here, unfortunately. I sound terrible, don't I? But, you know. I can get Irish citizenship quite easily, and somebody mentioned it the other day, and I think it's something that I'm going to do, definitely. No, no, no. My mom only had 10, but only had 10, but including me. But my dad had been married and widowed, so he had 3. Oh, were they, Greenie? Only 10. And she used to cook a dinner every night. Can you imagine that? And I mean, like roasts and fresh fish and potatoes and vegetables, everything. And my mum had a very strong Belfast accent because although she was born in Tipperary, Granny moved when she married. They moved to Belfast, and I think he was in the army, I'm not sure. But a traditional Christmas dinner, turkey, chicken, turkey crown. I think my sons get, they cook Christmas dinner. And they usually get me some vegan stuff, but I'll probably have some of the roast potatoes, mashed potatoes, sprouts, cranberry sauce. Yeah, she did a big dinner. Yeah, strong Irish roots, Liverpool. I remember going to Liverpool with my mum and my stepdad to meet his sister and family. I loved it there. And there was some sort of carnival going on at the time, but I don't remember what it was. Yeah, naturally, I think I'm going to do it. As I say, my mum, my dad, all my grandparents, except one grandparent, my dad's mum was Spanish. Do you, Susan? You're only 7 miles from me. You should come for a cup of tea. Yeah, my mother would love it. She would, because she always wanted to go back. But I did that for her, and I went and I visited all the cousins. And the first time we went, about 20 years ago or more, and Alfie and I went, and we went to the hotel in Surleys where my cousin was going to meet us, and she came in, and I knew her straight away. She looks exactly like my mum, and she's only a couple of years older than me. She used to be deputy headmistress at a school, but she was also running the choir. You know that Abbey, the picture of the Abbey, Holy Cross Abbey I posted? She used to. Yeah, Stormy Jade, that's true. What I was starting to say was, so when Mum moved to Belfast and she was brought up in Belfast, she obviously she had the Belfast accent. And when she came to England, when she was made a widow, she came to England and she went to her mum's, my grand's, who had 2 big boarding houses in Birmingham. So she went to help my granny run the boarding houses. And I think that's where she met my dad, actually. Anyway, after Granny died and all that was sold up, and I don't know where the money went, Mum, moved, and she moved to this fantastic house where I was brought up. But subsequent to that, she moved to a small house. And after the pub bombings in Birmingham, I don't know whether you all know about that. The one, Susan, you'll know about that. The pub bombings, they say it was the IRA, and they jailed 4 men who were innocent for so many years, and they were subsequently released. It was awful. They just needed to arrest somebody to appease the public. But when my mum went out after the pub bombing, she went round to the greengrocers, and as soon as she opened her mouth to ask for something, there was a woman there, and she spat right in my mum's face because she was Irish, because of her Irish accent, and she spat at her. And after that, people don't realise what they do and what they say when somebody is innocent of anything, how it can affect them. And my mother became agoraphobic. She rarely went out after that. Yeah, do you remember them, Demelza? One in the Rotunda and one in that pub where you go downstairs. The can't remember the name of it. Was it the Ivy Bush or the ivy bush, the mulberry bush, and yeah, the mulberry bush and the one that you go downstairs to. Because the road opposite where my mum was living at that time, there was a man, and he lost a leg in the bombings, but his girlfriend was killed. Terrible. But they arrested the wrong people and they jailed them for an awful long time. Broke their health. Well, because of the IRA, but greeny bluish. The IRA used to be the IRB, the Irish Republican Brotherhood. And yes, they fought, and my uncle fought. And as I said, he was shot by the English in 1921. He was only 26. But they were fighting for Irish freedom. You know, don't forget that famine that the English foisted on the Irish when 2 million people are in that grave in Skibbereen. That's just the Skibbereen grave. There are famine graves all over Ireland that the English caused. Yeah, Leo, they did, but they served, oh gosh, how long did they serve? 20 years or something? Total miscarriage of justice, Demelza, yeah. Were you, Susan? I remember where I was at the time. I was, yeah, Leo, it was awful. I was at a Tupperware party, and they had the television on, and it came on the television. Very sad. One thing that will always puzzle me, because I went to a Catholic school, 2 Catholic schools. We were never taught Irish history. Everything I've learnt, I've had to learn myself. Hi, honeybee. Oh, so was that interesting? Did it go right back to the famine? The real bad famine years was 1845, 1846 and 1847. I think, yeah, those 3 years particularly. Oh, really, Stormy Jade? That's right, greeny bluish. I don't understand it. The only thing I can think of is that the schools in England were controlled by the government, and there were certain things on the curriculum that you could not teach. And so we never learnt about what happened. We never learnt about our history. Hi, Dogs for Life. Yes, I am. How are you? Hope you're well as well. Well as well? Hope you're also well. I'm sorry that video cut short about the Bells of St Mary. As I say, the storage ran out on my phone. No, Black history, no, we never. And like with Irish history and with the slaves, I think that it's because the English were ashamed and didn't want to maybe stir up unrest. But we're all entitled to know, aren't we? You know. Trying to fight the cold. It's warm here. It's lovely and warm here at the moment. I've got the heating on, admittedly, but it's warmer than it was outside. If it stays like this and it doesn't, the temperatures don't drop again, I'm going to go out and try and get some images of the lights in the village where I live. That's right. They want to cover up history that makes them look bad, you know. So many of you. I mean, when I told my brothers about the famine graves in Ireland, scattered all over Ireland, Skibbereen is the biggest one, with 2 million people just thrown in. And I mean just thrown in. There was a description of a woman being picked up by her head and her feet and swung into the grave. How disgraceful. Yeah, I know what you meant, Leo. No, water pipes. Oh, no. It's very windy here. I can hear the wind. But I want to get out this week, see my friends, because before Christmas, if I can. Yeah, Leo. Rewriting it. And if we know what went on, if we know, then we need to counterattack and say that no, this isn't right. Yeah, I have my heat greeny bluish. I have it on to keep so I've got constant hot water, so my pipes won't freeze because I've got that on. But it doesn't. Well, say it doesn't cost a lot, cost enough. But I've had it on today because I've done a lot of washing and had a bath and everything. Tabarkin, hi. How are you? Scots Irish. Eh? What do you mean? Who did that? Surgically removed? Tabarkin. Was she ill? Yeah, Jamel's right. I think, if you hear somebody saying something that's incorrect, then you need to correct them. And, I'll do that by letters to the newspaper or whatever else it takes. I want to, when I go to Ireland, if I can, as well as meeting Nova, I'd like to go down to Skibbereen and go to that gravesite and pay my respects there. And it's also where Michael Collins came from, who's a hero of mine. Yeah, British soldiers. And the black and tans, the black and tans were people who were jailed, they were criminals, they were in jail. And they were released from jail as long as they would go and fight in Ireland. And they were called black and tans because of what they wore. Like they didn't have a proper uniform. So they were called black and tans because of the uniform they wore, non-uniform. "17, that's quite warm though, isn't it, Stormy Jade?" With the snow. Oh. That's awful. What happened to bark into your grandmother? Oh God. Yes, Liam Neeson played Michael Collins. He played him well as well, didn't he? Very well, indeed. Anyway, my darlings, I'm going to get off here now. Still got a few things to do, a few cards to write, and have something to eat. Watch a bit of telly. 19 below zero. Oh, staying. Thank you, Dogs for Life. Love back to you as well. Thank you, Leo, and thank you for being a mod. No, Alison, I can see you. I can see you. Thank you, Greeny Bluish. Bye, Demels. Lots of love. Maybe back tomorrow. I might do it a bit later tomorrow. I think that'll be better. Bye, honeybee, to Volking. No, I'm just glad you're here, Demelza. Probably see you all tomorrow. I might do it a bit later tomorrow. God bless.